Hey, Kliq This fans, want to get closer to the show than ever? Join Kliq This TV. Kliq This TV offers early commercial-free access to wrestling's hottest podcast, plus live audience tapings of their show every friggin' week. Head to KliqThisTV.com now and get inside the show that's just too sweet.
The following podcast contains mature language and adult discussion.
Kliq This, the Kevin Nash podcast, episode 180, if those things are important to you.
They're really important to me.
Dude, I just got, I was just going through my email. You get that, those emails from like, I think it's entertainment partners. Like, do you want all of your tax stuff now to be digital so that you could print it out as opposed to getting the hard W-2?
Yeah.
Who the fuck does that? I guess people do that. That's more shit for me to... Are you giving me work? Mail me the bitch,
yeah,
right?
Well, that's... And then you've got to take all that and forward it to your tax guy, and it's like, I don't get it.
I prefer the paper. Keep giving me the paper.
That's like my, with my... my portfolio stuff, like I don't understand who would do that electronically. And then China sends a fucking blast that knocks out every system.
You're waiting for it.
Yeah, and then fucking you go in and the guy says, I don't know how much fucking money you have. I do. Here's my last month's fucking payment, my last month's statement.
Giant turd overhead that's looking down into your account.
I mean, I don't know. So.
Yeah, I'm still a paper guy with a lot of stuff. And some stuff works digitally if it's whatever makes my life easier.
I don't electronically bank.
I know you don't. I have to. It's just too much.
It's not, but nobody that hasn't went to electronic banking has never lost a dime through being hacked through an electronic banking system. So fuck that.
They're FDIC insured. You get it back.
Well, $250.
What do you mean?
It's guaranteed for $250.
Oh, the limit, you mean. Yeah, I never read the fine print under those big letters.
It's fucking $250. What are you going to do with that?
Kev, we're a couple of old souls, and as we enter the holiday season here, I was wondering, nobody does the old Andy Williams Christmas spectacular anymore, where it's just 60 minutes of song and Joe, walking in the fake door with the snow on you. Andy, good to see you. And then bursting into song. I think Kliq This should rent a studio somewhere with a lot of fake snow, set up a hearth and a fireplace, and do the Kevin Sean hosting people without holding our eggnog.
My wife would shoot me. She can't get me to participate in Christmas at all anyway. So,
well, I think more recent events contribute. Although you have a history with Christmas, dating back to mom and dad. And,
my mom, when my dad passed, the first Christmas was horrible. So that was a carry on, and then my mom passed away December 27th. Which
just double down on your
I mean, it's just exactly, what's the chance for fucking on Christmas getting fucking double green again, and then fucking starting in October it's downhill right into Christmas. So I mean, like, what is Christmas besides buying gifts for your kids. Like, that's what Christmas is. And if you don't have any kids, then it's just like, okay, what's Christmas? Now,
Well, I gotta say,
now
though,
it's Netflix football. So,
but I have to hand it to your wife, who I don't live with you, but based on social media presence, still takes a shot at it. You know, like
No,
I know
she's-
the other day she there was something she hadn't unearthed in a couple of years. Is it the manger set or
yeah,
something else?
it's a Swarovski crystal nativity scene.
Okay, right. So she's finding some kind of therapeutic. Christmas is doing something therapeutic for her. Is it fair to say?
Well, see, since I live with her, I think that it's at times it becomes overwhelming for her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's like you open that valve and you don't know how much is out until it's too late, and then it's like, ugh. So
Are there decorations? I mean, I know there's the nativity set.
she put a tree in the master the main bedroom. She put a tree went out and bought a real tree.
What was that about? Why isn't it a master bedroom? What's?
You can't say master. It's the
Oh, it's got connotations to
slavery.
I just thought the biggest. I didn't. You know what? I
Yeah,
never connected that in my
it
life.
was the
I thought because it
master's-
was the largest room on the floor.
No, it's the master.
That's how.
The
Shit.
slave,
Well, thank you for that.
the slave
Thank you for
master. So,
saving me from getting stabbed in public someday. Appreciate that.
so
So you did a tree.
So she did one, but there's
So you don't do any of it?
no, because 24/7, 365 days a year, my aluminum tree is in the middle of the upstairs living room with lights and decorations on it. I never
Is
took
that
it down.
Oh, all right. Is that
I-
the one that is that the smaller one that you did with Tristan that you left up for in Tristan's
No,
room?
no, that's downstairs, but in the TV room there's a small one
Okay.
that's got Chanel bottles and it's got his sunglasses, his prescription sunglasses are
Right.
in it. No, I think that a silver, old school 1966 Christmas tree with lights on it when you walk up at night is like the coolest night lighting system. It lights up the whole upstairs, but it's not overpowering. You just shut your door and it goes away. It just, and then like
Well,
tonight,
good for you. You got the 1966 tree
got
and
silver
DirecTV.
tree. I still have DirecTV. Because
AOL account for your email.
all the people out there, that said I can't believe, and I'm just like, well, obviously you don't live on the ocean. Obviously that your cell phone probably works in your house. I know that ours don't, because on top of 70% of the field being ocean, that would be your cell or Wi-Fi network. Your house is reinforced cinder block.
I was gonna say that something with the house, Kev, because if I'm talking to you and you're in the car, I have you the whole time. The minute I know you're home, when I hear Cooper, I go, I'm losing. That's it.
Yeah.
I got 30 seconds left on this call.
Once, because I'm in the garage. The garage is cinder block, but I think the door is that side, the second garage, that side door is the closest cell tower. There's probably a cell tower about 5 miles that way.
To the side of the house.
To the side of the, because
So if you stand on that side of the
yeah,
house.
that's what you have to do. So you have to go stand out on that side of the house. It's best on the roof because you got to.
You're not often up there, though.
No,
And when you're dropping a deuce, I don't know where the bathroom is, but I'm going to tell you, it's not on that side of the house. Because when you're dropping a deuce and I'm on the phone with you, you're gone. You usually sound like you're underwater for a while, unless I fall in the bowl. Maybe
that's
you drop the phone.
That's in the main.
Right.
I use the one on the front of the house because I'm tall enough where I sit because I have a raised toilet because of my height. That when I sit and I open the window in the bathroom, I can see the ocean. I can see the water. I can see the water hit the sand.
Well, a peaceful dump. That's
nice.
That's fucking sweet.
Yeah.
First thing in the morning. It's a good way to wake up, actually.
Yeah. It was this morning. It was beautiful. It's crisp. Sun was out, 66 degrees. It was like, watching the ocean.
You know what I do? Can I make a confession when I'm on the toilet? This is a little autistic of me, maybe, but so what I'm facing is not the ocean. It's stone tile, right? So, and when I'm looking straight ahead, I imagine it like I pick a handful of them, and each tile is a defensive player, and I have to call an audible based on what pattern my eyes find. I might have like a 3-4, right? So I have a 3, and then because they're aligned, the 4 is going to be like right strong or left strong, right? So I'll look and be like, oh, that's a fucking pitch left right there, and sometimes those are my shits. Calling offensive audibles as the quarterback to the tile pattern on the wall.
I think you're the only person I've ever heard do that.
Yeah. Well, just keep peeling back the onion. You'll learn more about me.
Except Phillip Rivers, I heard that he does that, and I think it's going to come in handy for him this weekend. Kept his
Joe
mind,
Paterno, all the greats.
Kept Phillip Rivers' mind. He's going to be the 44-year-old starting quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. So,
our Cowboys and Lions played last week. Actually, while we were doing the show, we were trying to get out for that. And
you weren't.
I would have liked to have continued. What's that?
You weren't.
No,
no matter what, I still have the 10-minute go get on the elevator, go down, get in the car, drive up to fucking get the garage, the dog. I
take these steps very slowly. So
yeah, well,
it's about 10 minutes.
I've got to take I got to take the recycle out of here tonight. So
I'll remind you on that.
No, I got the box sitting by the door.
I wish we would have stayed on the air after catching the game after the show. The battle of the ineptitude, it was almost like, you remember when you'd hear the point shaving things and they'd force teams to fuck up every once in a while. I felt like there was some serious point shaving. The Colombo family had gotten to both teams, though, was the problem.
No, I was thinking that one family got to each.
2 of the 5 families had conflicting interests.
Yeah, absolutely. And fucking it's like, no, motherfucker, I'm throwing the game. No, I am.
Good God. So, that's the end for them, right?
Well, it is for the Cowboys.
Neither team I saw is going to be competitive.
Well,
in the playoffs, regardless of what happened Thursday.
The Lions have already beaten the Bears once, and we got the Bears again. So that was a huge plus that the Packers beat the Bears. So now if we got to get by the Rams this week, and then if we play the Bears and beat them, then we're wild card.
What's the spread on the Rams game?
I think
Steve, if you can.
I think Detroit's giving them 5.5, like up there in LA.
Yeah, that's like a take LA. I'm feeling right there. Yeah.
Steve, is it 5.5? I know that when I saw it, I went like, obviously they haven't watched Goff throw at fucking people's shoestrings the last 3 fucking weeks. Jesus. I'm sorry. I love Campbell to death. He's not an offensive coordinator. When he got rid of the offensive coordinator after that Minnesota loss, it's just like, no. They haven't converted a fourth down play in I think since. I mean, or third. It's like I don't know.
What are they? They're the late game, right?
No, they're 4:00.
That's what I mean. The late. That to me is still the late game. There's still only 2 games in my world. 1 and 4. Whatever happens at 8.
I gotta watch fucking Carrie, whatever the fuck her name is, come out and sing. I'm so tired. Can I get a new fucking open on that? Where's it at?
Come on, let's get the line there. Where are they? It's going to be probably down toward the bottom in the 4 o'clock games. There we go.
Right there.
There it is. 6.
Wow. It was 5.5 when I fucking.
That line is moving. If we get near 7, I might grab some action in.
I took the Lions.
And I'll watch it.
I took the Lions in 5.5.
And it's a little cold out, so I have to debate whether to do this. But I might throw some of my ButcherBox burgers on the grill.
Grass-fed.
Might be the grass-fed burgers. Might be a good supplement to my NFL watching. Listen, when dinner time hits and your fridge is full of question marks, ButcherBox has your back. Whether you're doing this on Sunday for the game or just your average night, it's like think of it like a best friend waiting for you there in the freezer or the fridge. Always can go to it. Now, it's not only meat. I brought up, of course, the burgers and the chopped meat, but for nearly a decade, ButcherBox has led the industry with meat and seafood. That's antibiotic-free, hormone-free, and independently verified. It's cleaner, more trustworthy version of what you'd find in the grocery store, and it's delivered right to your door, which is the best part about it. Every product meets the same rigorous standards, whether it's filet mignon or chicken nuggets. Okay, so if you're hosting for the holidays coming up now, meal prepping through the chaos, or maybe you're just feeding your family during the week, getting ready for the ball game Sunday, ButcherBox offers curated or fully customizable plans that fit your needs and your schedule. Okay. Plus, every box always ships free. Okay, it includes member-only perks like recipe inspos, tips, exclusive deals to help you make the most of every meal. And a little love for our listeners here, the Kliq This listeners. You're getting a free steak in every box for a year. I'm going to say that shit again. You're getting a free steak in a box, in every box you order, for a goddamn year, plus $20 off your first box when you go to butcherbox.com/Nash. That's right, your choice of filet mignon, New York strip, or maybe you want a ribeye in every box for an entire year, plus $20 off the first box. Free shipping all the time. butcherbox.com/Nash. Don't forget to use that link so they know who sent you. And you get that wicked discount. Thank you, ButcherBox. I do love their stuff. Kev, you are also a certified fan. Kev, what the hell would it take to turn Florida blue? I mean, Eileen Higgins has won the mayoral election in Miami. That was a big part of that swing.
We have a very large Hispanic Latino population in our state.
Yeah.
And I think that what could turn the state blue is the continual daily viewings of guys with masks and ice across their chest smashing windows and pulling people that look exactly like the Hispanic and Latino voters out of their automobiles throughout the country. I think that could probably that and the fact that the guy that's
a Purple Heart recipient. How about
he got fucking deported. But you don't ask her about it because you're talking about a bitch that's over her fucking skis. Jeez.
Noemi?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Homeland Security.
I think it was 2 bullets, right? The soldier.
Yeah.
Park, I think was his last name. Yeah. So I guess they're bringing him back. Are they going to facilitate this? Is this going to happen?
Well, they had to bring the guy that all this shit started out with, the guy that they sent to the Honduras fucking death camp. He's back, and he's under like home security right now. They went after Leticia again today for the third time, and the grand jury said there's 3 strikes, you're out. So the thing that kills me is like on this Hegseth, the double tap of the boat. So I think the 5th boat that they hit, there were 2 survivors. They were apprehended. One was dropped off in Colombia. I think the other one was Venezuela. And it was the 2nd boat that got double tapped. So instead of, and the more this kind of gets unravels, it seems like the general who had a JAG officer with him, which is a military, it's the military law. They conversed, and the JAG, felt that the strike was okay. And with further review, they're saying that the optic is there were 2 people on a piece of debris the size of a kitchen table with their arms waving in the air, which usually is if these fucking guys were in charge during the Titanic, they would have hit fucking Winslet and fucking DiCaprio on the door. It's like, fuck, man. They were trying to get instead of just saying we fucked up, the guy made a bad call, put something in his fucking folder, smack him on the wrist, and fucking Hegseth come on TV and say, listen, we viewed it. It was fucked up. We were wrong. We've put out a new SOP. Our rules of engagement are this now, and let's move forward. He lies. Just like on Signalgate, it's like I remember like years and years and years and years ago when I was a young kid, and fucking I remember lying to my mom about something, and it was like 8 months until fucking she unraveled it. And the beating I got, instead of just, if I would have told her that day I fucking did it, I might have got fucking whacked in the fucking head one time. But it was like, go pick out a belt. That kind of a beating,
Oh, when they make you pick the belt.
You go pick the belt out, and you're going, geez, what are you guys, fucking the mod squad? Every belt you got 6 inches fucking wide? And I just think that Hegseth, he's still on that Signalgate when he came down the fucking steps there. Oh, no, I didn't do it. And then it's like, and then all of a sudden it's like everything vanishes except for the fucking guy that dropped the story from the New York Times, whatever it was, that was on the text message with you. Like he didn't, guess what? He's the one that didn't erase his shit. It's like, yeah, dude.
There was a time when blatant dishonesty was really an indictable offense if you were a politician. Like the whole basis for Watergate was dishonesty.
Have you ever really fucking heard like Nixon gets so much heat over Watergate, and when you deep dive into that, he was just basically the patsy. Like his whole thing was the 7 minutes of tape, like all this shit that he did to try to cover up after the fact was the shit that got him in trouble.
Right.
And that's what these fucking knuckleheads are doing. Like, I'm sorry, man, but the pictures in Mar-a-Lago of the top secret fucking files in the fucking downstairs half bath it's like, and then he wants to sue our own government and his own AG for a $250 million payoff, when it's like. But then again, I mean, when you're sitting there at a 31 favorability on the economy, I think you're fucking exactly where you want to be in life. So
31.
that was today's.
Rating.
Yeah, it was 31 favorability.
Well, none of it's true, right? This is what he's saying. It's
all a hoax.
That's a hoax too.
I like the fact when he sat
COVID
there.
was a hoax.
I like when he sat there when this shit first came out. He says, they said, would you have any problem showing the clip of this? He says, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's because Colbert was the one that fucking did the clip that made that on Instagram, where fucking Trump goes, I don't care. I didn't have nothing to do with it. And he's like, oh, you're the president, but you had nothing to do with this? Like, okay. And then 4 days later, the news person at the thing says, well, you said, and he goes, I never said that. And the clip, clearly it's not AI. It was fucking, it's him saying, I don't give a fuck. I'll show it. I don't care. Now he's saying, I never said that.
Well, the film The Apprentice, where they show Trump's formative years in New York business and his relationship with Roy Cohn, he's given some dictates to live by Roy Cohn.
Never.
Deny, lie. I mean, look at how it plays out. And if you have enough sycophants that want to be part of a cult, they'll believe everything you say, even if there's recorded evidence of you having said something different, because the need to believe him is stronger than the truth. I can't handle the truth.
What was that? Clear and present danger?
No, that was Few Good Men.
Few Good Men.
Few Good Men. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Angel Eight Fingers was watching last week and said, I used your skid ratio story on a cop when I got caught doing donuts in a Walmart parking lot. He knew who Kev is and just gave me a warning. It's fucking real, people. Skid ratio is a thing. If people weren't with us last week, very quickly, when you were pulled over, driving in the snowstorm after a wrestling card in the middle of where were we again?
We were at Columbus to Evansville.
Okay. And the officer didn't hit the lights. He was following you, but didn't hit the lights until he saw you stop short.
No, I sped up on the side of the on the side of the gas station, which would have been the truck stop area, but there was nothing over there because there was so much snow. There was no traffic, and I just kind of gunned it a little bit, and then I hit the brakes to see how long it would. I got it up to like 35, and then I hit the brakes to kind of determine how long it would take me, because then because I was driving 70, I would double that. No, that's about what I would need. And it was probably like 70 yards that I was going to need to stop.
70 yards? Oh, yeah. At 70. At
70. Yeah, probably 70 yards. And that snow, I mean, because the snow was so fucking compacted. And like I said, I was driving on the crown of the road, but I had snow like under both tires. So, it's just one of those things. But it was the same as like people were like doing the equations of Andre's weight, and he would have died of this, and
I fucking threw in the towel after the first
one of those things.
Had math.
It's just like, dude, I wasn't there. I met Andre one time. Like, I wasn't there. the story's the story.
It's wrestling lore. When I was hosting all the shoot interviews back in the day, people would ask me all the time, like, "Oh, is he telling the truth?" I said the worst thing I could have in my room when I'm hosting shoot interviews is a fucking lie detector test.
Yeah.
These are wrestlers telling stories. Enjoy it.
But on top of all that, it's like it doesn't Steve, look up in the Guinness Book of World Records for the consumption of beer. Let's do that. Let's look at
You think they've recorded a...
I don't know. If it is, then we can tell that guy to fucking open his mouth, and we can both. We can both
the
take
one that's in that book. You realize the one that's in that book.
We can take tongue depressors and we can just fucking tuck our balls right in his mouth. All four of them, just right down his gobbler. Oh!
This is unbelievable, folks. I'm going to read this for anyone listening. While Guinness World Records no longer tracks rapid alcohol consumption due to safety, the legendary wrestler Andre the Giant is widely credited with the unofficial record for drinking 156 beers, that's 73 liters, in one sitting, a feat often cited but not officially recognized by Guinness due to the policy changes. That's hot shit right there.
So I guess
you didn't know that was gonna back you up tonight, did you, Kev? Look at that.
Then reports vary, but generally cite 156 in one sitting, sometimes specified as 119 in 6 hours.
6 hours.
Yeah. So I don't know. You can fucking do your math, but we got some fucking shit right here, boy. You're talking about how many wrestlers are there?
In that history or present?
I'm just talking about in that era that would have known that got around to that degree, to that distinct number.
Everyone was there.
Every time it was handed down, it was fucking, was it written? Like it was 156, it was 116 in 6 hours. Like you have to, to move this lie along, it has to be concise.
Got to find someone who was in the room.
I'm telling you right now, I believe fucking Andre drank 156 beers before I believe Oswald was the lone shooter. And I'll just leave it at that. So we'll turn the fucking Andre over to the Warren Commission.
The 1BG says Kev and Sean. You guys have talked about how less is more with commentary. Feeling Joe Tess on Raw overdoes it a bit. But then
this Monday he was actually it was like he listened to us. Like he
listened to us.
He was chill. He was a little bit more chill, I thought. Sometimes you gotta just point shit out.
Didn't JR and King always get excited and even
different era
and have lines even different during entrances and promos? What makes good commentary? Have times changed since the 90s style?
Oh, you think?
I think definitely the era we're in has to be considered. And I think
loved
King was kind of a cartoon character.
Yeah, it took me a long time. It took me a long time to warm up, and I'm talking like a couple of months to McAfee on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like I miss McAfee on Raw. I thought he brought a lot to Raw. Am I the only one?
No, I think he did, and he was coming in already having been established though on his show, so he had to come in as him.
Right.
He wasn't creating a persona for the product.
No,
they were hiring what he was offering on ESPN.
I personally, I watch the ESPN show probably once or twice a week. on actual cable television. But and if not, I DVR it.
Well, that gets me to my next fan question. Dog Complex says, all the live TV streaming services have the exact same menu layout and design. Paying an extra $200 a month for a box and a cord is crazy in 2025.
I don't have a box and a cord. I got a dish on the side of my house.
Right.
But like I said earlier today, I have a DVR. I can digitally record every fucking thing that streams through my house. If I want to buy on Prime Video a movie and I can only get it for fucking 2 days, guess what?
You can record it on your
I can
DVR
watch it.
and
I can watch it, record it, and now I got it forever. I don't have to buy it. I just can fucking rent it. So I'm saving myself the $4 on the buy, and it just sits in my DVR. So I don't know. I do that fucking 5 times a month, covers my bill.
Very good. Connor Hawk, not gonna lie, a live Kliq This at the Gathering would be dope.
Exactly.
Would it take to get Kevin Nash to the Gathering? What's that?
It'd be drug induced. I would like to go watch. I'm more apt to go watch Joe and the crew with Russo running the show. I'd rather go watch one of their TV tapings.
Indeed, he's talking about JCW Lunacy. Premieres every Thursday at 7 p.m. Suckleberry, all this is paperwork. All this is paperwork to become a church. You can make the Church of Kevin Nash and claim tax exemption if you want. I say we do it. We write a whole fucking list of the Kevmanments, the 10 Kevmanments. And if you're going to be...
Thou must have the DVR.
There's a lot. We could... All the hymns, all the songs that we sing, from Chapin. We'll just go through all the episodes and see all the things that have been sung here.
Right.
The Chapin one's just on my mind because I actually heard it the other day. What the fuck is it? I call it Taxi. It's not called Taxi.
It's called Taxi.
No, it's not. It's called. It's
the name of the album is Taxi.
Right, but the actual song, it's a single word title, but it's not Taxi. And I was surprised to see, because I was referred to it as Taxi, and then it was on my Sirius, and it came up with the title, and twice in a week. You find that while I tell everybody that
are you selling something?
We are once again joined by our friends at BLUECHEW, and as we sit here 180 episodes, 180 weeks,
sweet,
into the what did you call? I still remember from the initial press release when we announced the show. You said it's a magical mystery tour of something demented. But BLUECHEW's been with us for the entire ride. And Kevin, drum roll, please, because it's time to level up. Because BLUECHEW just dropped something crazy. They just upped their game. I'm talking next level, championship belt, gold-plated energy here. BLUECHEW Gold, Kevin. BLUECHEW Gold, the newest innovation from the #1 chewable ED brand. This ain't your grandpa's little blue pill anymore. This is the 4-in-1 beast that's setting the gold standard for performance in the sack. We're talking 2 ingredients for blood flow to keep that rocket pumping, mixed with apomorphine and oxytocin to turn up the arousal and connection in your brain and body. Aha! BLUECHEW Gold dissolves under the tongue now, works in as little as 15 minutes. They have gone 2.0, 3.0 with their game here, for God's sakes. That means you can get it on quicker and stay in the game longer. It's elevation without the hesitation. Peak passion, peak performance in a single tablet. Ladies, if you're listening, The holidays are here. All right, send your man this link and make him the trophy husband he deserves with Blue Chew Gold. There it is, and there she is, our model. What's her name? I would name her Florette. For God's sakes, we've got a special deal as always for the listeners. Whether you're rocking the Blue Chew Gold or whatever Blue Chew offering you're getting, 10% off your first month with the code NASH. All right, go grab that Blue Chew Gold. Let us know how it's working, guys. Promo code NASH. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. We thank Blue Chew for being part of the journey, being part of the Kliq This train. And thank you for Blue Chew Gold. Going to hook up my mind and my loins for a full court press, as it were. And don't forget that KliqThisTV.com is where you all can go, sign up, and be part of the 11 Soft Club. Join all of our friends here. Be part of the pre-show, get the shows early, ad-free, etc., etc. Kev, I have a wrestling-related
I'm
question.
going to hit you with it.
Hit me. What's it called?
The name of the album is Heads and Tails, and the song is Taxi.
I got to find what I was looking at.
I mean, and on top of all that, I mean, they have the entire lyrics. I mean, all the way down to...
Yeah, I see it here as Taxi. That's what I always thought it was. How about this? Is Harry Chapin's Taxi sometimes called something else?
No.
Sequel. Okay, this is it. Harry Chapin's song is formally known as Taxi. It is not commonly called Nami, though it inspired a well-known follow-up song titled Sequel. That's what I was listening to. Sequel.
Well, you weren't
a lot of the lyrics are the same, though. How are you, Harry? It's the chick. What's the chick's name in the song? Donna?
Mary.
Mary? That's right. It is Mary.
She said,
all right, Sequel
is
what I was listening to.
No, it's Sue. He said, how are you, Harry? I said, how are you, Sue?
Sue, right.
Through the too many miles and the two. She had me $20 for a $2.50 fare. She said, Harry, keep the change. Another man might have been angry, and another man might have been hurt. Another man never would have let her go. I stuffed the bill in my shirt. Fucking poetic, just beauty.
Hey, he was a genius. I do have a wrestling-related question. Can the business, I'm thinking about Cena leaving. You're such a big part of the company for so long. And I'm thinking about where they're going to go now. And we were talking a little NWO before the show. And can the business reinvent, as they have before, cool? What cool is specific to wrestling? What cool was in the 80s was not what cool was in the 90s. And then the latter part of the 90s, which had the influence on everything that came after.
So what do we consider cool in 2025?
Well, that's a great question. Could tomorrow's NWO, could the Vision be tomorrow's NWO? What would they have to do?
See, I had a guy come up to me at the gym about 3 or 4 days ago, and he said to me, he goes, so Cena's last match is when? I said, it's this Saturday. I might have said like I might have said, I think it was like a week. So I said the Saturday after next, because I was asked, and he said, do you think they'll ever replace Cena? Like, do you think you'll ever replace him? I said, we just buried Hulk Hogan. Like Like, did when Hulkamania was running wild, did we ever think that wouldn't be like? It all ends, man. Bye bye, Miss American Pie.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it'll be another form, right? That's the
Yeah,
evolution.
and it's like people say he's the GOAT, and it's like again, there's he's one of the best that have ever done it, but never going to be. That's why I hate the Mount Rushmore, because there's way. I mean, four guys.
Mm.
I mean, when you take the basketball, and I've got to say this. I mean, I think LeBron James in the last 3 years has done more to diminish his legacy with his flopping, his theatrics, his barely getting touched and laying down on the ground for an hour and a half. Like, that's not the greatest of all time. Like, you see Jordan go to the hole and fucking the Pistons just fucking, there's 11 guys tackle him, you know, 11 guys tackle him, like six guys from the bench. And I was watching Magic Johnson was talking to, I think it was Byron Scott on a podcast. It was just a clip. And he was talking about Kareem / Alcindor. And he said, man, ain't nobody ever going to be greater than Kareem. He said, the man won 3 national championships in college. He was the MVP in 3 national championship games. The entire time at UCLA, he lost 1 game. His entire time in high school, he lost 1 game. Michael Jordan couldn't make the varsity team as a sophomore. I mean, when you look at pure greatness, they took the dunk out of basketball, out of college basketball. They didn't dunk from Jabbar until fucking 77. So Alcindor, which was, I think, what did he play? Maybe 80 was his last championship, I'm sorry, 70 was his last championship, or was 70 his championship with the Bucks?
70 would have been the Bucks.
Was it, or was that the Knicks?
No.
Was 69?
72.
No. Was 69, 70 the Knicks? The DeBuscher, Reed, that crew?
All right. Steve, bring up NBA titles. But anyway, your point being.
My point being that he changed the game, and he had the sky hook, and it was like, there's nobody greater than Jabbar. There are guys. I mean, when you look at
72 was the Lakers. Let me see. Bucks. 74.
That was the
Celtics.
That was the Alcindor.
Right.
So he probably came in as 72 was his rookie year?
I thought so.
The Knicks were when did the Knicks win? In 70?
Knicks won it in 73. 70, 73. You know what? If that was his rookie year, Kev, they might have lost to the
they
Knicks.
They didn't win his rookie year.
Okay, so that's what I have confused. Go back to 1970, Steve.
Okay, 71. Is that the championship?
Oh no, 71 then. Yeah, 71 was Bucks won. All right, so whatever.
They didn't win it in 74. The Celtics did. Yeah.
Celtics won it in 74.
Yeah. So they won it maybe his second year. I don't think they won it his rookie year. Am I wrong?
I didn't feel he came in as late as 74, though.
No, I know he didn't. I think he was close to gone at that point.
So the 70/71 team. What's that roster look like, Steve? Lou Alcindor, yes. Okay, so was he a rookie? Slide over. From UCLA, keep going. Okay, so it doesn't show how many years, but so it looks like that was probably his rookie year.
Do the UCLA championship teams with Alcindor, then we'll know what his rookie year. Just fucking look at his rookie year. NBA draft, 1969, first round.
Okay, there it is.
So, 69-70, who won the NBA championship?
Go to the previous screen, 69.
Los Angeles Lakers.
It was the winning team was Boston and then New York, back to back. He would have been on the 71. His first trip to the finals would have been the 71.
Yeah.
71.
That was his second year.
So, in keeping with the discussion, the Lou Alcindor connection to John Cena, eras require different things. Jordan and what he brought to the game, I never think it's an apples to apples comparison when we talk about somebody who played in the 60s and someone who played in the 70s and someone who played in the 90s. Shaq's basketball game, Shaq's role as center, forget about basketball, Shaq's role as center was different than Jabbar's.
Absolutely.
So it's always hard to say greatest of all time. I give Jordan as much props as I would give Jabbar. You wouldn't?
No. Only because I'm going to take his whole body of work. I'm going to take his high school and his college career also.
Oh, well, all right. Well, I'm just thinking NBA.
I'm talking about when you say the greatest basketball player of all time.
Okay. All right. It's valid.
Yeah. So I look at that, but I look at Jordan and I'm like, please name somebody in any sport that when you say Jordan, you don't think of the Nike Airman logo and a pair of expensive ass sneakers. There's a reason he's worth fucking $4 billion.
Right. Nike built an entire company around him.
There might be some soccer guy I don't know about, but I think he's the only billionaire athlete.
But I don't want to get off my question. Why isn't the Vision the NWO? Or Judgment Day or Bloodline? Why isn't a faction today what the NWO was then?
The Bloodline was I just because
they were a movement. The NWO was a movement.
Yeah, but
it wasn't a wrestling faction. It was a movement for the business.
You took 2 of the top 5 guys from the WWF, and they invaded Ted Turner's company, and then they said we were bringing a third guy. We're gonna at Bash the Beach. We're gonna have this pay-per-view, and that third guy ends up being to a lot of people the greatest pro wrestler of all time, and he turns heel for the first time in I don't know how many fucking years, 30, whatever it is. So the fact that two guys are 6 days apart in their contract, it would be, you would have to have two, like two guys from the WWE with, it wasn't the
It's all
90,
circumstantial.
the 90, but the 90-day clause and all that. Yeah, but it's not circumstantial.
It couldn't happen. I understand that.
Yeah,
But to somebody who just turned on the TV, who didn't know you guys had contracts up, who didn't know who Hulk Hogan was 5 years ago, who saw the significance of that NWO segment when it went to the fucking black and white, when you guys purchased the thing, the chaos in the ring, the attitudes of the people in the ring, that kind of casual nature. Nobody was, well, Hogan was still in that a little bit, but everybody else was kind of just talking like movie bad guys. It was something significant. Why can't somebody rule the business like that right now? Is it the talent? Do we not have talent that can be that cool? That could evoke?
I think that the system of creating talent now is not to allow somebody to be fucking irreplaceable.
Too dominant, right? Because then
it's better to, they would rather have 10 300 hitters than have Ty Cobb or have fucking Ted Williams.
But you've got 10 220 hitters.
I wouldn't say that. I'd say you got 10
right?
275 hitters.
10?
Yeah.
Maybe you got a handful of 275s, right?
I mean,
you can't put the.
I think Roman sticks out still as a kind of above. I don't know why they haven't used Randy, because I think when you look at Randy's body of work as the youngest champion and how long he's been there, and fuck, he's got 14 world championships. I mean, it would take nothing for him to fucking become an 18-time champion, and surpass the 17. But then again, Randy's never been a mark.
Right.
That's probably Randy's biggest fucking drawback. Randy is not a fucking mark. Randy just wants to get paid and hang out with his wife and kids. And if you don't have a fucking spot for me and you're still going to pay me, and I can sit at home, if I can go to the gym in my house, I'm cool.
Kind of like you in a lot of ways.
Well, I don't think that. I mean, Randy's. You got to realize Randy's not like me, because Randy's fucking dad is Cowboy Bob.
Yeah, well.
So he grew up fucking. I mean, he grew up in one of the greatest heroes of all time, watching his dad work with Andre, who I heard drank 152 beers.
When I worked with Bob, he told me it was 127.
Yeah,
so
well,
I'm just saying.
I'll never forget when I was coming in. I think it was the big event, and I came in. It was colder than shit, and I walked in the bar and looked around, and at the fucking far end of the bar, Cowboy was sitting down there. And I said, "Fuck, man!" I said, I didn't see Bob in a while, so I walked down there and sat next to him. Hey, how you doing, Nash? And we drank a beer, and I said, "What you been up to?" He said, I said, "Fuck, man." He said, "I ain't getting around too good." He said, "I'm in pain." I said, "Why? What's up?" He goes, fucking last week I got my knees replaced. Motherfucker, a week ago had his knees replaced. He's fucking sitting with his feet up on the fucking bar stool gimmick. I'm just like,
they were a different breed, Kevin.
Dude, I'm just like, fuck.
Different breed.
Yep.
Having a couple of throwing down a couple of buds.
Well, that was
right?
before the show started, which
Numb the pain.
which people end up hearing. But like we were talking about, like Hanson and Gordy and Dr. Death and who was the other one? There's Davis, Gordy. I'm trying to think who else was out there. I'll tell you a match I saw the other day. I watched a lot of old Japan, but I watched the Gaijin matches, and it was Ted DiBiase with fucking dark hair, red shorts, like probably out of
Young Ted.
Yeah, before the $1 million fucking creation.
Late 70s,
And
78,
I remember
probably.
because Steve Austin and I send shit back and forth to each other. We'll see fucking old school wrestling shit that gives you fucking like fuck, like look at these guys just dropping it. Just everybody that fucking suplexes the other guy. If it's like it doesn't count unless you drop them on your head. Just cinch him fucking those gut wrenches and everything. Just cinch him in and fucking cinch him fucking low, like at their hip bones. So when you fucking arch back, they got nowhere to go but on their bean.
Right.
Especially knowing how fucking hard those fucking Jap rings were, the Japanese rings were back in the day. I remember the first time I went to fucking New Japan. And fuck, man, that first night I took a bump. I was just like, motherfucker. Because WCW always had good bumping rings. And then, when I got to New York, then we had the Yoko ring. And that motherfucker was unforgiving.
Slab.
Yeah.
Brunswick.
Brunswick.
Pool table. I mentioned that Cowboy Bob might have been sucking down a bud to help cope with the pain, but you know what? It could have been one of the Get Blitzed Lit Aid mixers.
I guarantee you, Bob would have had one had he had one.
Absolutely. The Kliq This edition with Kev's Key Lime and Sean's Blue Raz. I saw somebody posting they were ordering a case of them, as we're uncertain where all this legal THC is going to go. But let me remind you guys that you can do this also through our friends at Get Blitzed. Now, if you're in Maryland, you can go to one of their smoke shops. It's called the Stay Lit Smoke Shop. But for the rest of us, it's legal to ship right from the Get Blitzed website to almost all 50 states without a med card, as long as you're over 21. If you want to be your own mixologist, you can grab the Delta 9 Sip and Syrup, which you're seeing there in the video. Just drop a little bit of that syrup on a teaspoon. Stir it into your beverage of choice, and you're ready to rock and roll with the nano-infused THC magic. Nano-infused means it goes right to your bloodstream, bypassing the breakdown in the liver, so it works like alcohol. Or get those pre-mixed in the can Kliq This edition of the Get Blitzed Lit Aid mixers. And you're going to get 15% off by sharing the love that we give you here. Go to get-blitzed.com, get-blitzed.com. You're going to enter the code KLIQ, K-L-I-Q, and that's the magic, the 15% off. Let us know how you love them. Share it on the socials so we can see it. Help Mickey Ray and Courtney get past this uncertain time here with the legalization of THC and this.
And with it coming up, this is the perfect time to start putting together your doomsday bunker. Start fucking.
Oh, I'd have plenty of these cans.
That's right.
Down there.
I mean, the syrup is. I mean, you can get 50 bottles of that syrup. You'll be all right for.
You're covered.
You'll be all right for a while. Just take it as don't take the Kaufman dose. Just take the teaspoon.
Right. You don't go above the teaspoon.
You don't need it. Teaspoon of that Get Blitzed makes the medicine go down.
Bubba.
Kevin, I've been seeing a lot on the posts that the Florida Man jersey guy may have run its course. So I have a new one for you here. We're going to do 3 short sessions of Porn Man or WWE Guy. I'm going to give you a name. two names. One was a WWE worker character name at some point, and another is a performer in the porn industry. I want to see if you can decipher which is the porn name, which is the wrestler. So the first two names I have for you are Beaver Cleavage and John Cutesack.
These are dudes, right?
These were both men, yes.
I don't see how Beaver Cleavage would have been I don't think that would work as a porn. A beaver doesn't have a cleavage. So.
Well, you remember Beaver Cleaver.
Yeah, of course. You know, a
So
lot
you're
of people
going
don't,
then, so then
a lot
you're
of people
going
don't
right.
know this, but there's a lot of stories that Jerry Mathers was a power bottom for Eddie Haskell. So,
I knew that, obviously.
Yeah.
But I was in the
Untold
bar with
story.
Andre, so I heard about it.
Exactly. I was there when he drank the 112 in 11 seconds. So
you're going Beaver Cleavage wrestler and
no Beaver
John...
Beaver Beaver Cleaver wrestler.
You're absolutely correct, Kevin. Beaver Cleavage was a very short-lived WWE gimmick. Steve, if you could bring up the photo just for a second there from the one I have. And then John Cutesack, I guess, is a male porn performer from some point in history here.
How can anybody, I don't know. I just don't think never heard anybody tell me my scrotum were cute.
There's Beaver Cleavage. I don't know if you remember him. I don't. But
who is she? She looks familiar.
She might have gone on to be somebody else. Steve, see if they have the right up there who his manager / valet escort was. Here's the next two. Ready? Throbbing Hood or Meat?
I'm going to say Throbbing Hood was the porn star.
You're correct. Sean Stasiak. His first gimmick was a very short-lived character called Meat.
I remember that.
Lastly, well, you're already 2 out of 3, so you've already won the title. But
he's a chiropractor now, Sean.
Yes.
He's
So
always
is the
nice
great
guy.
Stan Stasiak, master of the heart punch. Rod Longstaff and Stuart Payne.
I'm going to go Longstaff as the porn star, and Payne is because Payne would be a wrestling kind of.
Correct. And it was Barry Darso doing a golf gimmick and a play on Payne Stewart as Stuart Payne. You did very well with that.
You should watch a lot of porn.
Right, that's true.
Before we got to shut down.
I've seen plenty of porn. Rod Longstaff never came across my my world here. But I'm with the old school, like I am with wrestling. Give me a little Jamie Gillis. Give me a little Ron.
Reeves.
Give me a little TT Boy. A little Harry Reams.
Yeah, Reams was old school.
A little Seika. A little Christy Canyon. A little Mick Foley, I guess.
See, because I have DirecTV, and I have a DVR. See, I can DVR this and watch it whenever I want.
It's on Peacock.
I can DVR that.
Yeah, because I don't have the ESPN thing, so I don't have a way to get.
I can DVR anything
that
comes across my screen.
But you have like an old physical DVR, Kev?
That's what it sounds like.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you lost me for. Okay.
I didn't know this fucking existed
DirecTV
anymore.
has a DVR that goes to your library. That's what I mean.
So it would record Netflix. It would record anything.
It'll fucking record the Lions game that I missed the first half of.
But you can record a streaming channel?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it reroutes through the DirecTV.
Because everything I have is on It's through Bluetooth. It's not like I've got some archaic fucking system. I've got a brain. It's a Source 4. Like my whole system it's run off a fucking brain. It's
When those people say DVR, they don't mean it literally. Like you have an actual digital video recorder.
yes.
TiVo style.
That's amazing.
And it'll record whatever's on. That's
Everything.
I don't think you understand how incredibly rare this is.
Yeah, this is next week's episode. This is we have to dig deep into Kev's.
I
DVR.
also have a single fucking Blu-ray disc player that plays DVD Blu-rays.
There you go.
All through, and I just go to DVD, press Blu-ray, and the fucking it holds, it holds one. So I have to go in the fucking storage room, open the cabinet, it outloads.
Oh, it's in a rack. So
Yeah.
it's in a rack
Yeah, my whole system's in another room.
Gotcha.
All I have is my fucking TV in the TV room.
What's a rough approximation of number of physical discs you have? Hundreds or like over 1,000?
Oh no, I would say 500 to 700.
Oh, okay.
So you're prepared for this merger. Not everybody's prepared for this merger. This Netflix Warner Brothers merger.
Oh,
Dude, if y'all are going to talk about this merger on the show, I am going to either be dropping in or fucking typing until my fingers are bleeding in the private chat because
About how it's going to destroy cinema.
I'm not a big fan.
I'm
I don't
not
think
either.
anybody is.
But I also don't.
Consolidation like that is a problem.
I also don't think Netflix intends for it to go through.
I think when we were talking, we were texting back and forth, Wes, the other day, and I said I watched Havoc, and you said that's exactly my point with Netflix. They put something out like Havoc's, it doesn't go to theater, and nobody sees it, and it's buried. And it was like I was going through, and I was just like, Havoc, Tom Hardy, have I seen that? And I watched it, and I'm just like, okay, it's not going to win any awards.
Yeah, but it
But
deserved the moment in the conversation, and like,
absolutely felt kind of like a modern day Sin City.
Yeah,
kind
or
of
on par with what Statham's doing twice a year. Like
I think more so with the amount of automatic pistols that don't exist.
right.
And everybody that gets shot takes 30 fucking rounds to the head before they drop. I mean, that last shootout at the fucking cabin is that's the most ammunition I've seen ever. Fucking like dispelled. I've never seen a shotgun hold 130 rounds. It's just unbelievable.
There was an excellent film that has a sequel out now in theaters now called Sisu.
Yes.
Yes, you've seen Sisu?
Yes.
Absolutely.
And the sequel.
Oh, you've seen the sequel. Is the sequel just as good?
A sequel's
It's a
more
sequel,
the same.
but I just love the simplicity of the story, which is a guy named Sisu in Germany at the end of World War II, finds a bunch of Nazi gold, and then is discovered by a bunch of Nazis, left for dead, and then goes on this absolutely death rampage to try and get his gold back. And it's from the John Wick.
How is it spelled?
SISU.
SISU. Yeah.
And where would I find it?
Let me find out.
Yeah, I don't know if
HBO
it has
Max
it
is my
free.
guess.
I paid to watch it like on Prime. You can probably rent it for $5 now. It's been out a year. Or more.
Yeah.
Tubi has it for free, of all places.
I don't have that.
Everybody has Tubi. It's free.
Not if you don't. You just heard Kev's system. We might not.
No.
Oh, downloading.
Tubi can't.
There's a Tubi box in the rack.
I don't have to.
You have to ask yourself to be or not to be.
Yeah, I've got
There
everything
you
but Tubi.
But you could buy it. It's what is it on as a rental on
$379.
Amazon?
$379 on YouTube. $3.99 on Apple TV.
Apple TV, perfect.
The funny.
All right, you can find an out on this, right, Steve?
I found
guess
the out
after
before this, yeah.
Okay.
Before you guys, I was going on movies, dude. I'm sorry. The funniest thing though about like Netflix being so anti-theater and even walking back their statements that they've made of like we plan to honor the window, and then even in the same statements like we'll shorten it, of course, but we'll honor it. Is they don't give a fuck about theaters, but they are releasing the last episode of Stranger Things in theaters. Those tickets went on sale last week, and I was like, that's cool. I'd like to go watch that in a theater full of Stranger Things fans. That'd be fun. So I went to get a ticket. They had like 5 showings on New Year's Eve and 5 showings on New Year's Day. 9 of those 10 showings were completely fucking sold out.
Is anybody else having a hard time hearing?
Is he sounding like he's underwater to anybody?
It's his echo cancellation. It was cutting him out a little.
I didn't think that was on. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Get back.
It wasn't important.
No, you were saying
you were talking
they
about
were all sold out.
They were doing all those showings.
It just sounded like you were being waterboarded while you told the story.
It's basically that's how I feel with the Netflix thing. But yeah, just that Netflix has properties that it could put in a theater and make $100 million in a weekend.
Well, that's like that movie I did with Channing Tatum, Dog, is on Netflix.
Yeah.
And so I said, let me go ahead. I mean, I've never seen the movie except one time. They actually sent me a DVD of it, and during COVID, I watched the fucking movie.
It's DVD number 497 on the shelf.
So,
is it worth watching the movie, or should I just fast forward to you?
Well, that's what I was going to say. So Netflix. They edit, whatever they basically are going to make everything 90 minutes. That scene is 4 minutes longer in the original with me.
So you got a first cut, probably.
Mm.
You didn't get the commercial DVD, did you?
I got the commercial DVD.
So it was a director's cut, maybe.
No, this is an ongoing thing that Netflix cuts fucking out of movies.
They can trim content?
Fuck yes.
They do it all the time.
Okay.
I watched.
I didn't realize that 4 minutes is really significant. I didn't realize.
I don't know what it was, but I mean, it's just like we go from my wife in the movie saying, I think the dog wants Indian food, me going, get the fuck out of here, to another whole scene that's gone, to us standing in the background waving to Channing goodbye with the dog. I mean, it's so choppy.
Wow.
I just went like, well, and then on top of all that, that the amount of residuals you're getting from that is just astronomical.
All right, let's do a show. We did one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do another one.
Let's just fucking the one we just did. Let's just do the commercials now, and we'll just call it a night.
Dude, don't even fucking tempt me.
I'm ranting in the comments about the film and Netflix so much that I didn't even realize there's a character limit. So what I'm rambling had to be separated between 2 different comments. I'm like, I didn't post twice, but yeah.
Also, this Stranger Things business, I don't know how it works, but you pay $40 or $20 a ticket, and then the ticket is $0, and then it's prepaid food and drinks.
It's gotta be something with how they're getting the theaters.
I think it's because Netflix probably bought out the theater, so the ticket is $0, and then you're paying for food. But still, a $20 seat, and they'll feed you. That's incredible for AMC.
Is this the only place the last episode's going to be available?
No, it'll be on Netflix.
On Netflix the same day.
They're doing this for the vibes more than Netflix isn't making any money.
Okay, it's
just for people who would rather watch it in a theater full of like-minded folks than at home by themselves.
Honestly, for this price, they're probably breaking even just so that they can have social media presence.
See, I definitely have too much of the Howard Hughes fucking gene in my soul.
But you not the Stranger Things.
Not only can you, like I know Kevin won't leave the house to see a movie that you can only get at the theaters. He'll wait for the stream. But Kevin, imagine the proposition of going to the movies on the day it's available at home.
My wife wants to go see that Neil Diamond, the fucking
The Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
She wants to go see that.
I want to see
So
that with my dad.
so she's gonna go with her. She's gonna go to I said, take mom. I said, why don't you guys do that Sunday? And I said, because at 4:00 the Lions play, and I'm gonna watch the Lions game. So
You're
No.
previously engaged. That's a good excuse.
I said, that's perfect. I said,
Kev,
because
I took my dad for his birthday to see Kill Bill: The Whole Bloody Affair.
Oh.
We were in the theater 4.5 hours.
will they play 1 and 2?
Yep. And some extra
Combined,
stuff.
and like with a lot of extra small things, but like the entire battle in Japan is in color, not black and white, and there's a lot of like little tweaks and stuff. It's really
See, I would love to do that in my house. Watch that in my house.
I think
it'll be available.
Yeah, like
It'll-
probably in like a week or two.
Yeah.
God, I was about to say
T.
a
Blair,
month,
you
but
should
you're
always
fucking
be
right,
watching
Steve.
Hearts of Darkness whenever you can watch Heart. I want to see Megadoc. That's the next thing I'm going to watch. I know I haven't seen the.
Is that on Apple
DiCaprio
TV? What's that on?
Megadoc's not free anywhere, but you can rent it
Okay.
anywhere.
It's not. It's on like Amazon, I think. But
I paid like $14, I think, for it, or 20.
yeah, I
If
have
it's a
to watch
$5
that.
difference, I just buy the digital. But yeah, Megadoc is if you're into Hollywood and behind the scenes shit, you'll like it. A lot of people would probably.
Oh, I'm ready for. I just
not
haven't
give
had
a
the
fuck
time.
about it.
I hear there's a really
I'm
good
watching
Beetle.
that before I see the film. Before I watch Megalopolis, I'm going to because that I thought that was the case with Hearts of Dark. I thought Hearts of Darkness, the documentary, was even better than Apocalypse Now, which was kind of a troubled film, which the documentary outlines. All right,
I've got the long version of that on DVD.
Same.
It's got when they run into the French soldiers in the fog. And,
Yeah, there was a bunch of shit they put on that.
I have
Apocalypse
that.
Now
came
redo.
The Redux.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have that,
So.
and I can watch it
11:30
at
a.m.
any time I want on my system.
I'm not against things existing in your living room. I just want them to be in a theater for a month first.
No, I get that. But my whole thing is like, don't make me fucking have to go out. I like after COVID, I realized like my life didn't change. You know, like I was absolutely fine not seeing anybody.
It's so funny you say that. When it was really kicking in, what's his name? Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Larry David.
Larry David wrote an op-ed in the Times about like, I don't understand what the big deal is right now. It's
Right.
like, this is heaven for me, and it's always how I wanted to live. Moose
says he's watching
Fitzgerald
Beast
giving
in
you a
Me and
shout
loving
out
it,
for the
so-
Beast in Me.
Thanks, Moose. I get a lot of I get a lot of shit on shit I watch. I'm just like, as long as it makes sense, I'll watch it. What did I watch the other day that I was really disappointed in?
This is the show, Sean. I'm sorry.
Well, I was going to ask a question. Can we insert just our film discussion into the show somewhere?
Yeah. Do you want to record an intro or just have it?
No.
Have it exist?
We're going to do the show. And then when we're done with the show, if I say, Steve, after we cover Raw, Kev, what would you think about that? All right, let me pause all this Netflix talk here for a minute and tell you that maybe your lower back is hurting, guys, because of your wallet, the bulge on the right side of your tuchus. See that big fat ass wallet in that picture right there? Guys walk around with that. They put it there. They drive for an hour and a half with that wallet in their pocket, knocks your whole spine out of alignment. The thing I'm holding now, believe it or not, will hold everything in that wallet that you're looking at in that picture. I have 2 models here from my friends at Ridge. Forget your big, cushy, fat-ass leather wallets, okay? Ridge has taken their already game-changing wallet, their first model, and introduced the Ridge 2.0. This is the most refined version of the Ridge wallet. Now, Ridge has been perfecting the wallet for 12 years. You may not be aware of this. Everything is better on this 2.0. First of all, it's 10% lighter. Okay, every gram matters in the Ridge Wallet 2.0, and they found the perfect balance. They've made it more modular. They have improved cash straps on the back, the money clip, and AirTag attachments. Improved surface design. They have tonal logos, plated cash straps, which match the color of the wallet. Premium materials like aluminum. I have this aluminum one right here, and then I have the fiber, the carbon fiber one right here. 12 cards plus cash is what you're getting this. I know you almost can't believe it when you look at the side profile of this wallet. And from design, 50 colors and styles to choose from. You can even get a wallet that features every NFL, Major League Baseball, or college team. This is perfect for holiday gifting, especially since Ridge is having their biggest sale of the year right now. Okay, they've got a built-for-life warranty, by the way, also, so you don't have to worry about this disappointing you with poor performance. Losing your wallet is the worst, but Ridge has the tracker card. You'll always know where it is before panic kicks in. So for a limited time, Ridge is having the huge holiday sale. We want you guys to get this. Go to ridge.com, RIDGE.com. Get up to 47% off your order. Not 46, up to 47%. This is by far the biggest discount they've given all year. That's ridge.com for up to 47% off during their biggest sale of the year. After you purchase, they're going to ask you where you heard about them. Please support the show. Tell them we sent you. All right, Kev, we're back. Kliq This, the Kevin Nash podcast. Paragon Peptides. Kev, you've been talking about them. They've given us an exciting opportunity to bring their brand of peptide research to our listeners.
I just injected both shoulders with Paragon Peptides 3 days ago.
Well, what are we talking about? We're talking about high-purity research peptides and related compounds trusted by scientists and performance researchers across the country. Every batch is sourced from verified manufacturers, backed by third-party testing, and accompanied by full certificates of analysis because quality and transparency matter. Whether you're studying metabolic regulation, muscle growth pathways, or receptor signaling, Paragon Peptides delivers the materials researchers rely on to push innovation forward. And I happen to host a show with somebody who knows what the hell that all means. The metabolic regulation, muscle growth pathways, and receptor signaling. And
I just jacked a little of the Wolverine blend in each of my shoulders.
Of course, the Wolverine is the
TB 500 to 1 and the 157.
Exactly. And listen, I've been doing a little research on my own, and I know that the copper peptide is good for hair growth.
Yes. And I just finished Testimorlin. I just finished that last Sunday. So that was the last of my Testimorlin. So I'm...
Guys, don't let this progress pass you by out there. All products are for laboratory research use only, not for human consumption. But discover the science of peptides at paragonpeptides.shop. Become a peptide researcher. Paragon Peptides is for researchers by researchers.
See, what I did was
shop.
I went ahead and incorporated my body to where it wasn't human, and that way.
Oh, so, right. So you were able to proceed.
I was able
with
to as a test subject, was able to put four IUs of the BP 157 in each shoulder.
The Wolverine blend.
Yes, and I woke up and got a phone call, and they're getting rid of Hugh Jackman and bringing me in Deadpool 4 as Wolverine because I'm now on the Wolverine stack. So,
But what nobody knows is that they actually fucked up and they called him in to play Neil Diamond.
son of a bitch.
Yeah, so you better call fucking Noel and get that shit straightened out.
I actually got I got a movie offer this week. I said I had to see the script.
I'm sure there's a
first.
problem with it. Because...
No, I just said I had to see the script. It's
All right.
Do you want me to tell you the premise?
Well, if you want to share it, we're
I'll wait.
public. Is this available
Yeah,
for?
I'll wait. It's I'm the lead, so it's like if it's written right, it could be definitely, I'll definitely do it. If it's written like I think it might be, I'll be passing. It has to do with the industry, the wrestling business.
Oh,
So it just depends if somebody, is writing it like it's 1973, or if somebody like actually gets it. I pray that the person that is writing it got it. So
this is not the life of Mick Foley by any chance. Is it?
no, it's actually I'll tell you what it is. It's Scrooged, but like that's the premise. But it's like through the eyes. I'm the evil promoter. So I fuck everybody over, and then I go through this process, much like Ebenezer does. So that's kind of the
Christmas
premise.
2026 release, perhaps.
Don't know, but I mean, my people brought it to me, and they said, "What do you think?" I said, "Well, can I read the script?"
Yeah.
The last time the guys brought me something, I read the script, and I went, "What?"
How about some live audience questions from some of our friends here in the 11 Soft Club, which you can join too if you go to kliqthisTV.com, like T. Blair, 1985. How about a straight-up trade? LA Knight to AEW. WWE gets Samoa Joe back.
I'd do that.
That works.
I've always
Put it
been
together,
a Joe.
T.
I've always been a Joe fan.
Ivan. Legendary fertile quarterback Phillip Rivers has returned to the NFL for the Colts. At 44 years old, can he pull it off and shock the world of a Father Time win, as it always does?
It's one of those things where, if he does anything, it's a win. So I mean, I just don't I don't see it being a Rudy moment. I mean, it's one thing if he was a field goal kicker, and they got close and he had to fucking drill a 32-yarder, but I mean to be the quarterback, and they were talking about it. They were actually talking about it on McAfee's show, and they were just saying that the game is like the last time he played was maybe fucking 5 years ago, like maybe 19 even, like 2019 might have been the last time he played, and like the game is so much faster. Okay, Steve says the 2020 season. So it's been 5 years since he's played, and the game is so much faster, and you in that time period have gotten, slower, of course.
Yeah.
He was never really a physical specimen. Like they showed a picture of him, and then fucking McAfee and the guys were just like, "That looks like an offensive lineman." But then they did put over the fact that when Rossberg got big for the Steelers, you know, when Ben got big for the Steelers, he was just, you couldn't bring that fucker down. Remember?
Roethlisberger. You're talking
Yeah,
about.
you couldn't bring him down. That when he was like 278. If I can,
Yeah, it was big.
if I can just blow the whistle and stop the play. Like, no, you're not throwing
He's
him
in the
down.
grasp. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
All right, send me somebody else, Steve-O. Mark DZ. Hey, sexy. What are your thoughts on the Pope? Did you get a little on Pope? On Pope? Did you get along with him backstage? And why do you think he never had a TNA title run? He seemed over as fuck. I thought we were talking about the new Pope for a minute.
We actually hung out a little bit. He was a good dude. I don't know. I mean, there was a lot of. I never got a run. I mean, fuck. I mean, why would he get a run? I never got a run. I never got it.
Well done. Next. A wrestling historian, Mr. Nash, what did you think of the World War III match concept, and why did WCW stop doing them after you won it?
Oh, I said that I wanted that in my record books, that I was the last one to win.
It was in your contract.
Yeah, I was the last one to win it. So,
right. So you took
I think the way I won it was like I just threw everybody out of my ring and then waited for the other rings to empty, and it was like one of those things like I kind of made a mockery of it. So
you ended it.
Imagine that.
Forcibly. Ace Ramon. Did you hear about Nick Khan saying Rey Mysterio was considered a nothing in WCW? I call BS. Not only was Rey a great asset, but I don't think anybody helped elevate him any more than you.
I don't know what in what context Nick said that. I don't know
Would you
why.
at least agree with your elevating Rey?
I tried. We were trying to. They had this whole idea of doing, because for the first time we weren't the redheaded stepchild, and we were the hottest thing on the channel. We're the hottest thing on cable TV, and they wanted to create some stars. And I don't have I wasn't a wrestling. I didn't grow up watching wrestling and being, I watched it when I was a kid, but then, like I said, I watched basketball. So I didn't know the significance of, taking somebody's mask off. I know that was like one of them. I mean, I wasn't to the point where I didn't understand the significance of it. I just thought that there was so many people that had put their mask versus hair and shit like that the guy didn't always lose his hair. There was guys that lost their masks. And I thought Rey was really a good-looking young kid. I thought he was really athletic. I thought he was somebody that we could use as a crossover, to do other things and get some commercials and get some other things. But with a mask on, I think Jack Black did the whole Lucha Libre. It's like it was kind of played out in my eyes of growing Rey's career to a point where he was going to make some serious cash. He was going to be stuck in that first hour. So, was he considered a nothing in WCW? I disagree, because, I mean, fuck, he beat me. So
right. Again, I don't know the context of the comment too. So
yeah.
I mean,
and on
how
top
much
of
context
that,
can you have?
I mean,
nobody
so,
in WCW.
So WCW, like, it went out of business in what, 2001?
Yeah.
And it's 2025, and so what are you saying, Nick? You've had him for fucking 25. You've had him for 20 fucking years, and he's meant more than the fucking 4 years that he was at WCW? I sure as fuck hope so. You got a fucking $5 billion fucking Netflix deal. You got a $1.6 billion ESPN deal. He means more. Really? There's more eyes on him now? God, that Nick's a fucking crafty fucking guy.
Moose Fitzgerald, hey Kev, thanks again for the Beast in Me suggestion. Would you suggest any other shows that are similar?
God, it's kind of hard because you're looking at Claire Danes. She's such a fucking great actress. I'd like that Diplomat show. That's a smart show to watch. I think that's a good show on Netflix. Diplomat. If you're there. What else have I been watching? I'm a huge fan of the Mayor of Kingston with Jeremy Renner. I think that's well done. There's 4 seasons of that. I think that's a they added Edie Falco this season. So, I don't know. That's just
All
another.
right, there you go. Enjoy them, Moose. Kliq This is a production of Butch and Sundance Media, produced in association with Podcast Heat, created by Tristan Nash, Kevin Nash, and Sean Oliver. Producer Steve Kaufman, graphics by Dominic D'Angelo, title sequence and audio edit by Wesley Burleson, theme song by Dale Oliver, technical research by Tristan Nash, copyright 2025, Butch and Sundance Media. Kev, do you want to do another one?
Especially if we can do that annex thing we did to the
customer service never answers a thing. Let us free to breathe in air we're supposed to breathe. The twists and turns you've come to love me. Now I'm cold, I'm frozen. Baby, we're broken, and the customer service never answers a thing. Yeah, the customer service never